This is Business Rendezvous, of course. Those who just joined us, you're in luck. We're just about to start the discussion segment of the show that I earlier said we would have. I'm talking about the person of Dr. Charles Ogogo, who is a business consultant, an author, and a mentor, seated with me right now in the studio, and is ready to teach us about business plans. So the question is, are you ready to learn? Get your notes, get your pen, and begin to jot down. Even though we'll still upload this and you can always catch up, but please, it's always better to put information down. It will also spur you to ask questions. Our studio line will be on the screen in a short while. So for those who have questions, WhatsApp only, you can send our questions there and we'll take it on the show. So Dr. Charles Ogogo, good morning. It's been a while.
This is good morning.
Yeah. Today we're talking about the business plan. And I know you're a brand development expert, so we're just so honored to have you here talk about this. What exactly is it when we say business plan? What is a business plan?
This one. I think we should have a proper foundation on business plan. So the first question I want to look at is, well, what is the origin of business? Before I look at what is business plan, the origin of business is rooted in the old English word, business, and it simply means busy, diligent, and be careful. And business is dated back to 3,000 years ago. 3,000 years ago. And from study, we have come to discover that business did not start from America or Europe. It started from China and India, Asia.
I thought you were going to say Africa.
No, no. Yeah, I mean, in terms of...
I love it when we started.
In terms of documentation. Because business is as old as humanity.
Yeah.
But in terms of proper documentation, it is dated back to 3,000 years ago, and two nations were captured, China and India. And they started different forms of business organizations, like sole proprietorship, partnership, corporations. Then they had contracts. You know, they were into property market 3,000 years ago. Okay. Now let's look at what is a business plan. You know, last week we examined feasibility study. Okay. So business plan is very essential in building a viable business that can endure. Ordinarily, let's look at it from ordinarily. A business plan explains, it's a document that explains how a business operates. That's a business plan, a document that operates how your business or my business operates. But professionally, it is a written document containing three essentials. Number one, the goals of that business.
Okay.
Then number two, the methods or strategies for implementing those goals. Then number three, the timeline for the implementation. Because the three aspect of a business plan. It is, you know, a written document containing the goals of that business. Then number two, the methods or the strategies for implementing those goals. It's not just good enough to have goals. How do you actualize those goals? Must be in that document. Then the time frame. In 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years. The time frame is very, very important. Okay. Then there are 5 things you must understand when it comes to business. 5 things. Number one, you have to know that your business is, the business plan is a road map. It's your road map. It's a classified document just for you. It's something you use to navigate your course. The number two, when business plan started in the ancient times, okay? like what ancient practices in those days, and they were pressed into clay tablets, not with pen. Then there was nothing like pen, so they were pressed into tablets several years ago. In the 18th century, a French economist by the name Jean Baptiste brought new awareness to the concept business plan. He was the one that said business must be written in form of documents. Then in the 19th century, so in the 18th century, get the plan. The French economist Jean Baptiste brought new awareness. Then in the 19th century, it became formalized as well a document. Then in the 20th century, business plan gained world prominence. So many business organizations
are adopting it.
Okay, very, very important. The other thing we need to know about is there are two types of business plan: the lean startup business plan and the traditional business plan. So the lean startup business plan is just like one page, document. But the traditional business plan has between 15 to 25 pages. So there are two types of business plan. So we advise our young entrepreneurs, don't just go into your business. You must have a carefully crafted business plan. Then again, business plan is not a surefire for success. It can fail. And there are two reasons why business plan can fail. Number one, when it is based on unrealistic assumptions and projections. You have not done a comprehensive market survey. You just write a business plan. You just assume. You don't assume. You go to the market. You do your survey. You do fact finding. You write a business plan. Otherwise, it will fail. That's why many companies cannot stand 5 years, even 2 years. They are gone because they have not done a comprehensive business plan. Let me interest you. The nation Israel is known as what? Startup nation. Because in the turn of the century, the Israel government encouraged their youth to go into startup companies. And today, Israel is number one startup nation in the world because they encourage their youth to go to startup businesses. So we advise our government to encourage our youth. Our youth are dynamic. They are visionary. But they need the right environment to convert the idea into commercial value.
Interesting. So last week we talked about feasibility study.
Yes.
You do a feasibility study first, then you now do a business plan. Which one comes first?
Oh, it's like you're asking me the difference between
the two, because sorry, if you're at the beginning, you talked about the business plan will have the purpose of the business,
yes,
and the goal of the business, and how you would achieve it. Although that was not written in the feasibility study per se, but the business you want to do, how it's going to thrive, how the area you're going to put it. So it's not the same, but it's similar. But if I want to start a business now, which of the two should I do first? The business plan or the feasibility study?
First of all, that was why I defined the origin of business. First of all, idea comes to your mind. Okay? So that we have millions of ideas that come to your mind. And out of those millions of ideas that come to your mind, one is a dominant one. And that dominant one, let's say, is the business idea. So what do? You don't just launch into operation. So what do? Feasibility study.
Okay, that comes first.
That comes first.
All right.
Okay.
Get it.
There, where, feasibility study answers
some of the questions that will be in your business plan.
Answer the question, can this idea work? The question asks, can this idea work? So you now go to analysis, the technical analysis, environmental analysis, the legal analysis, you know, the market analysis. You do all the analysis. So from the analysis, you know, say, oh, it's a viable idea. It has, you know, it's profitable, it's practical. You can put your money into it. So how can this idea work? The business plan answer the question, how can this idea work?
All right. So now we're already on this. Just continue and tell us some of the purpose of a business plan, because you've already started it now. So let's just take it.
Now, we are going to look at the purpose of a business from two perspectives. The startup business perspective and the established business perspective. Each of them has their core purposes. Okay. Then let's start from the startup business perspective. A fresher want to go into a business. Why does he want to have a business plan? Number one, he wants to come up with a document that will help him launch his business. A comprehensive document that answers many questions, which we'll find out later in the course of writing how to write a business. So he wants to find out how he can launch his business. Then number two, Daisy, no investor who want to put money to a business that does not have comprehensive business plan. The first thing an investor wants, please, can I have your business plan? So the startup business owner wants to have a comprehensive business plan that investor can use to assess whether he has done his own work. So the purpose for investment.
Cool.
Then let's go to the established business. Why should an established business have a business plan? There's a core reason for that. And what is that? Focus. To enable the boardroom or the management team to focus on both the short and the long term objective for the business. Because without a business plan, they cannot focus they cannot even know the short and the long term objective of the company. So business plan helps you to understand the short term plan and the long term plan. And it will help you to focus on each of them, as the case may be.
Beautiful. And also attract investors.
Of course. I know what they look at. Go to any bank, you want to secure loan for your business, facility for your business, the first place.
Where's your business plan?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, for those who want to participate and join us in this conversation, you can send us a WhatsApp message on 080 7777 0300 080 7777 0300. So that's the number you can send us a message to, but just WhatsApp. We're doing WhatsApp only. All right, but let's go on a quick break on the show. We'll be back in a moment. All right, this is Business Rendezvous. We're talking about business plan, and at this point we want to talk about how to write a business plan. What should be in your business plan? It's not just to go online and download people's documents and use it as a sample. You need to know what you're doing. And for those who have questions on our discussion today, the topic is business plan with Dr. Charles Owowo. You can send us a WhatsApp message on 080 7777 0300. So Dr. Charles, before we go to elements, how can one write a good business plan?
Okay. Now, before I list out the 7 stages that we need to know, number one, you need to know 3 things. Number one, in writing feasibility study, the presence of the business owner may not be needed. But in writing a business plan, the owner needs to be involved.
Okay.
Yes. Because he understands the vision. He understands the idea. He must work with whoever is helping him to write it. Very, very important. Then number 2, we have, it's a document of 15 to 25 pages, very comprehensive. Right? The traditional business plan. But for the lean startup business plan, just one page. It's just brief summary. But then banks, investors cannot put their money to one page.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Then number two, yeah, it's very, very important. Then in writing the business plan, the first thing you have to do is what you must to find out. But before then, there's no particular format or template.
Okay.
Yes, you can adopt any template to write it.
Okay.
But it must contain
Some
the
things.
essential elements, which we'll talk about later. Okay. Then the first thing you have to do, you have to choose your own
Business.
format or template. Number two, you have to understand your target. Who are the people I'm targeting? Children, the children market, the youth market, or the adult market? Family market, professional market. Who are you targeting? It has to be there. Then number three, the company overview, your mission statement, the corporate vision, the staff. Who are you going to hire? Professionals, or the average people? It has to be there. Okay. Then the fourth one, product description. Your product and services have to be there. Which is your product? And Daisy, if I may ask you, if you were to go into business today, what will be your product or services?
Makeup.
Investors, are you listening?
Yeah, I love makeup.
Okay.
I think I would want to do see, women, we never get tired of trying to look beautiful.
Okay.
So it's a business that I personally feel, I've not done a feasibility study, and how many women go to a salon to get their face beats. All right, I know a lot of women are even learning basics, so they do it at home. But if there are not many women coming to a salon to get their face done, I'm not going to be making money. So it's a business idea, but I've not done feasibility study.
Okay, all right.
I'm learning.
You're a good student there. All right, here we go. So number 4, list your product and services. Define the definition of your corporate product and services. Okay. Then number 5, this is very, very important. Perform a market analysis, the environmental analysis. Where would you want to place your business? Let's say you are living in Lagos. Is it on the island? If you are going to be on the island, then remember the cost of rent. Okay, so the market analysis, very, very important. Okay, then number 6 was devise marketing plan, your marketing strategy. Are you going to employ Maranatha? Are you going to, your marketing strategy, your marketing plan is very, very important. Then provide a logistic and operational plan. Are you going to, like, open your school today now? Opening the school. So that logistic operational plan, very, very important. Are you going to have buses? Schools, statistically, from research, schools that have buses, we have more population than schools without buses. That's it. Of course. Okay. Then financial plan, financial projection. How much am I going to put in, and how much am I going to get back? So let me summarize again. Okay. In writing a business plan, then find out your format or your template. Which one are you going to adopt? Okay. The number 2, who are your principal focus or target? The number 3, overview of the company purpose. What they call core ideology. The purpose why that business exists as the core ideology. Very, very important. Then list of product, define your product and services. Not today, Chinese wears, tomorrow another one, next tomorrow. No, you're not stable. It only still gathers no mouse. So you must define what product you are after. Then again, market analysis. Please, let me explain a little bit about market analysis. Dangote said something very exciting. It's a method. You know what he said? He said it is foolish for a businessman to go into a business he doesn't understand. So, market analysis, find out what that industry is all about. Who are the competitors in that industry? You understand it? They find out who are the people in that industry. Find out how can I capture the people in that industry. That's what market analysis. Until you have your comprehensive market analysis, investment into any business is a wild goose chase. You come back empty. The money, you can't get the money back because you have not done what. But then, one of the reasons why business plan does not fail is what? Unrealistic assumption and projection. You don't act on assumption. You are not sentimental. You are not emotional. You are logical. Your brain, your mind is at work. Because you are going to put millions into your business. So market analysis is very, very important. Then what again? Marketing plan is important. Then logistics and operational plan. You know, very, very important. Then the last one, financial projection. How much will this business cost me? Okay. Then every month, how much will I get back? This is what the investor want to find out. If I put in 1 million, how much will I get back?
All right, let me now rain on your parade. So in this, as we're already giving lists, what are the elements?
Okay.
Key elements.
Key element.
In the business plan, yeah.
In the business plan. Okay, number one, business summary. Because they want to see the summary. Okay. Business summary talk about the mission statement, the objective of the business. Then again, the core values. Okay? The people, the staffing. These are the staffing of the management staff. You want to look at that because the management staff of every organization determine what determine the power of that business. When you have poor management staff, they don't get you results. The bottom line will be unimpressive. But when you have corporate drivers running your business, come on. People can make expertly informed decisions. The business will drive. Then again, number 3 is what? Product and services. Then market analysis, marketing strategy, financial projections, then budget, the funding of that business. These are the elements.
That should be there.
Yeah, that should be there.
You talked about feasibility study and business plan earlier. We're trying to differentiate it.
Yes.
But are there any other key differences we should note about the two?
Okay. Yes. First, before then, because of the failure of business plan over time. So in 1960, that was when the accounting and economic sciences came up with what? Feasibility study. The word feasibility study came into business lexicon in 1960. So, like I said earlier, feasibility study answered the question, can we do it? Can we invest money in this idea, in this proposal, in this report, in this concept? Yes or no. Then business plan answered the question, how can we do it?
Okay.
How can we do it? Yes, this thing is obtainable, achievable, feasible, but how can we do it? You come with all those elements. You write a business plan. Then feasibility study focus on only one aspect of business. How can we do it? Okay, yes. And, can we do it? Then the business plan focuses on what? All aspect of the business. Very, very important. But what I like feasibility study for is what? It determines whether you should proceed or not. And today, how many of our businesses have gone through feasibility studies test? Maybe 15% of businesses. That's why the life expectancy of businesses in Africa is very poor.
Yeah, I can
Yes.
imagine. All right, this is the Business Rendezvous. We're going to go on another break. When we come back, we'll be concluding the show. So make it a date. Stay with us. All right, so Dr. Charles, well, we have just one message here that says, what books would you recommend I buy to understand better on business plan? All right, so this one is from Festus at Agbo Park. All right, so we're already even coming to that. So, Dr. Charles, you're going to have to recommend a few books for these young entrepreneurs and your final words on the show so we can leave quickly.
The first book I would like to recommend is the Business Plan Workbook. The Business Plan Workbook by Rick Hardking. By Rick Hardking. The Business Plan Workbook by Rick Hardking. Then number two, you need to get the book Lady Change by John Cutler. Lady Change by John Cutler. Then another one again, you need to know Startup Nation, a book on the economic miracle of Israel, written in 2009 by Dan Seno and So Singer. Startup Nation by Dan Seno and So Singer. These are books that will give you insight about having how to write a business plan, which is very, very important.
All right, and your final words on the show to those watching?
Okay, because of time, I want to leave our enthusiastic viewers at home, our future bigots, future
billionaires.
future Aliko Dangote.
Yeah.
With, if you want, maybe for them, business plan is not a guarantee that you have succeeded. It can fail. So there's two things you must do. In writing your business plan, you must create room for flexibility to absorb or shock, economic shock, market change, economic changes. Then number two, regular update. Keep updating your market plan. If you fail to update it, your business will fail.
Interesting. All right, I want to say thank you for your time today, for being with us, and to our viewers, our very esteemed viewers. Thank you for always making it indeed a rendezvous, a date where we'll talk, and catch up on this video on YouTube, and make it another date next week Wednesday at exactly, maybe let's say 9:10 at the most. We'll be in 10:10 at the most, and we'll start talking about another interesting business topic. For those who want to reach us, don't forget it's 090-7777-0300. So you can send questions ahead of time, even if it's about business plan or feasibility study that we did before. We can still handle it.
Can we look at business networking next week?
Okay, that could work.
Yeah, business networking.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right, bye for now, and join Osemudeme on Global Sports at 11. Bye-bye.